Then when you get to issues where you're actually overriding people's conscience, right? Because then you can get into the Malawi issue and the Mexico issue,
Yeah.
which was with the party cards, and
Yeah.
they were bribing officials in Mexico over receiving the 2 years
Yeah, that's right,
of
yeah.
service, where you had sort of two
Some
similar
dying and some getting
situations.
away with it, buying their way out.
You had two similar situations going on where the society was demanding neutrality for the Malawans, and they were basically being raped and killed and driven out of Malawi over at least a 10-year period, and the governing body refused to change the
The
policy. And the reason people refused to take the party card wasn't because their own Christian conscience didn't allow them to do it. It was because if they did it, they would have been disfellowshipped.
Well, no, you can't say that.
Absolutely.
No, you can't. You can't.
Absolutely.
Just, you can't say what their conscience was. You can't say you know what their conscience was. You're
But-
just making that up.
Not. The direction was if they buy the party card, they would be violating the Christian neutrality, they would be disfellowshipped. That was the ruling. You had another issue with the alternative service. Same thing. Brothers were going to jail in 4-year increments because they refused, through the direction of the organization, taking alternative service was just substituting going to war, and so you're not maintaining Christian neutrality, right? And the same thing, if you accepted the alternative service, which was just to go work on a road or in a hospital, you would have been disfellowshipped. And
I don't remember hearing
there were
that.
brothers.
I don't remember
There were
hearing
brothers that were going to, the elders and wait till the circuit overseer comes. Circuit overseer says, no, what's in print is what stands. And basically, if you take the alternative service, we'll have to deal with you through judicial committee. So people went to jail, and they were just left in jail until the society, I think, years later, came back and said, oh, okay, it's a conscience matter now. Same with the Malawi thing. Oh, it's a conscience matter now. And this is the issue, is that how can you years later come back and say, well, now it's up to your conscience, when before, all along, you were being a master over someone else's faith over an issue that really wasn't in Scripture, wasn't clear. And even if it was in Scripture, who are you to sort of come along and tell somebody who's to stand before God and Jesus to be judged, and sort of tell them what they can and can't do, and here's the punishment of disfellowshipping if you don't comply.
Well, it depends if you have, I guess it depends on really if you believe and have faith that Jehovah is using that channel.